Hey guys, I'm Summer Dawn, and today we're going to do a floor class working into our hips. And in our hips, we're going to predominantly work with our external rotators, getting into the glutes, and our adductors, so our inner thighs. We'll begin in tabletop position, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and you can untuck the back toes. Inhale, dropping the belly down, chest moves forward, look up. Exhale, press down and round, tucking the chin. A couple more times. Inhale, belly drops, chest forward, look up. Exhale, press down and round. Take a few more on your own, and as you inhale and arch your back and exhale and round, notice your fingers. Spread them nice and wide on the mat. And grip down with the fingertips as if you were palming a volleyball or basketball. One more round here, inhale. And then exhale, come to neutral. From here, extend your left leg back behind you, and then take the left toes and place them over to the right side of your mat. Then from here, we'll extend the left hand forward to the right side of our mat, so in front of our right hand, and begin to just stretch here. So you're going to just sort of shift your weight back and then begin to look over your right shoulder. Feeling a stretch in that left side body. And then from here, slowly come back center. Left hand goes more to the middle of the mat. Left foot more to the middle of the mat. And then we'll angle our right toes over to the right, spin the left heel down, and reach that left hand up and over, so bicep to the ear, and then peek up to the sky, driving hips forward. And holding here. Long, deep breath. Then slowly come down, back to tabletop, left hand comes down, left knee comes down. Take one round of cat-cow, inhale. Exhale. And come back to neutral. Extend the right leg back behind you. Right toes go over to the left side of your mat. And then right hand starts to creep over to the left side of your mat in front of the left hand. Plant it down, find your balance. You can bend that left arm if you need to. And begin to shift your hips back. And then look over your left shoulder. And I like to reach my hand a little bit further forward. Getting into the side body here. Then we'll take both the hand and foot back towards the middle of the mat. Right toes plant. Then we'll take the left foot and angle it over to the left, spin the right heel down, and reach that right arm up and over, bicep to the ear. You can peek under the bicep and just feel that length from your fingertips all the way down to that right heel. Ground the hand down, come back to tabletop. We'll tuck the toes here, lift the hips, and press back to downward facing dog. And in our downward facing dog, we can pedal it out here, pressing one heel down, and then the other. And we're continually pressing our chest and belly back towards our thighs, finding length in the spine. Come up onto the tippy toes. Inhale here. Exhale, press the heels back towards the floor. Maybe there's a slight bend at the knees to keep the spine long, or you can press the legs straight. Inhale up onto the tippy toes, roll forward, high plank, and exhale, lower your knees down to the ground. Knees can come together here. Keep the hands nice and strong. Inhale, reach the right leg back behind you. We're going to angle our toes out to the side. So you might feel a shift of your weight over to the left side. That's okay, but then try and come back center while the toes face over to the right. Inhale here. Exhale, connect your right knee to your right tricep. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale back. Right knee to right tricep. Inhale back. Knee to tricep. 2 more. Inhale back. Knee to tricep. Last one. Inhale back. Knee to tricep. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Listen careful. Keep the knee connected. Slowly lower it down to the wrist and then angle it back. Good. Other side here, readjust if you need to. Left leg goes back behind you and toes face out to the side. If you shifted your weight over, come back center. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to tricep as close as you can get it. Inhale back. I like to keep my foot flexed here. Exhale, knee to tricep. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to tricep. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to tricep. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee comes down to the wrist. Hold. And then shift it back. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. From here, walk your feet towards your hands, towards the middle of your mat. And the feet can be a little bit wider than the hips. We're going to angle the toes out and heels in. And we're going to slowly set our hips down to come into Yogi Squat or Malasana. If your heels are up and it's really hard to balance here, take a blanket and roll it up and put it just beneath your heels. Or you can roll up the back of your mat and put it beneath your heels. But you want to feel nice and balanced here. And so adjust your feet to feel good. Get your shoulders and triceps down into the insides of the knees. Press the hands together and then bring your heart forward to lengthen the spine. Deep breath here. Good. Slowly take the hands down. Reach the legs straight. And from here, we'll walk our hands a little bit forward and then take the left foot behind the right foot. So the right foot steps in front of the left. All right. Deep inhale here, long spine. Exhale, try and fold. You might feel a little extra stretch on the outside of that left hamstring. That's okay. And from here, hands are going to reach forward again. My right foot, I'm going to bend my knee. I'm going to flex my toes. I'm going to wrap my hip around and then step the right foot behind the left. Walk my hands back a little bit and pause. So left foot's in front now. Still trying to keep the spine long, belly down towards the thighs. I just have my fingertips on the floor. If it's hard to reach the floor, you can always take your hands on books or blocks, or maybe you bend your knees a little bit so you can reach the floor. From here, from your weight into that right foot, left knee starts to bend, flex the foot, rotate your hip all the way around, huge circle with the knee, and then step the foot behind the right. Now we're gonna walk it back. So right knee bends, big hip circle all the way around. Step the right foot behind the left. Left knee goes up all the way around. Step it back all the way to the back of the mat. Nice big hip circles, flexing the foot and getting that knee up as high as you can. Long, deep breaths. I have about 2 more. So we're going all the way to the back of the mat. And I'm going to end with my right foot behind. I'm going to pause, inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. I'm going to arrange my feet to be side by side. walk it out to a downward facing dog and pause. Good, walk your feet back towards the center of the mat again. Find your feet a little bit wider than your hips. We're going back down into a Malasana, so the heels can go a little bit in if you need to here. And this time, I'm going to take my right hand and reach out to the right. And I'm really going to get my right shoulder down into the inside of this right knee and reach the right hand out, maybe prop to the fingertips if that's comfortable. And then my left hand, I'm going to either, if this is good enough, having your left elbow on the inside of your knee and looking up, that's fine. Or you can take your left hand, press on that inner left thigh by your knee and press the knee away. Maybe you can even reach the right hand further and pause here. From here, release the left hand, keep the right hand where it is, extend the left arm forward, palm facing in, and then we're gonna open up towards the sky. So the palms facing up, shoulders away from the ears, so you're creating space in the neck, belly pulls in, and this left knee is gonna wanna come in. You keep pressing it out. And we'll slowly come back center, hands to your heart, pause, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, slowly straighten the legs. And we'll take opposite elbows with our hands. Let your head be heavy and just rock side to side. Hands come back down. Sit into your Molasses Squat. We have a visitor. Then we're going to reach our left hand out to the left. Try and get your left shoulder down and then reach as far as you can, coming either up onto the fingertips or palm down. And that knee presses back. And then our right hand goes on the inside part of our right knee and presses that away. And you look over your right shoulder. If you feel like your right shoulder is getting up into your ear, try to see if you can find some space there. Roll it back just a little bit so you have space for your neck. And then your right hand releases from the right knee. You reach your right arm forward, palm facing in, and then you're just going to reach that thumb up, opening up to the side, and thumb pressing back, palm open, shoulders away from the ears. And this right knee might want to cave. Keep pressing it out. One more inhale. And exhale, slowly come back center. Palms touch, nice long spine. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, straighten the legs. And from here, we'll go ahead and just walk the hands forward and walk the feet forward. Big toes together. If you need to bend your knees here, you can. Otherwise, try and walk your fingertips back in line with your toes. If you can't reach, that's okay. You can have it be up on your fingertips, or you can even take your hands to your shins, but try and have your belly onto your thighs here. Head can fall heavy if that feels comfortable. Otherwise, you can have a little bit of a lift and length through the spine. From here, plant your hands so you can bend your knees as much as you need to plant them, and step it back to a lunge. We're going to walk our hands over towards the left here, and then take our toes in, heels out. So we're in a wide leg forward fold. From here, make sure you squeeze your thighs. So you don't want them to be limp. You want them to be squeezed nice and tight.
you want to come a little bit forward so your so your weight is in your midfoot, and find length in the spine here. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands back to try and be in line with the feet. And then you're going to slowly press the floor away from you so that you can get your chest down and maybe get your head to the ground. If that's not working for you, just have your hands underneath your shoulders as best you can, trying to get yourself down.
If your hands don't reach the floor, you can always widen your feet just a little bit, or you can use blocks if you have those to bring the floor closer to you. Inhale, slowly come back up center. Hands are underneath the shoulders. I'm going to start walking myself over to the right, bend in to the right knee, but I'm going to start to angle my heel in and toes out. That creates a little bit more space in my hip. And I'm going to drop my right hip down towards my right heel. Now this might be enough for you. If you feel like this is enough, stay right here. If you have a little bit more range of motion, let your hip go down to your heel, but then look, my left toes come up and I'm squeezing this left thigh. I might scoot my heel in just a little bit to find some comfort so I can balance here. If your right heel is up a little bit, that's okay. Keep your hands down for balance. If your heel can stay down, then take your hands to heart center. Squeezing this left thigh still. No matter where you are, your hands come down. And listen carefully, we're going to come back up onto these right toes. The left foot is going to step in as if we're preparing for a Molasses Squat, so my heel comes down. My right knee is going to come down to the floor. So I'm going to get my heel underneath my bum. I'm going to drop my knee to the floor, and I'm going to sit up tall like this. So I'm going to face you guys so you can see. So my heel is right by my pelvis. My toes are tucked under, so it might feel quite like a strong sensation. That's okay. And then my left knee is here. From here, I take my forearm onto my inner knee, and then I'm going to reach my right arm up towards the sky. So similar to what we did before, but now we're getting a bit of a foot stretch and a bit of a quad stretch. If you want to change it up because you don't want to open your arms again like we did before, your thumb's going to spin the direction behind you, and you're going to take your top of your right hand and reach for that left hip. You can either stick it into the back of your pants, or you can try and grab that left hip and open your chest. Again, space for your ears and your neck. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. 3 more breaths. Inhale, reach that right arm up. If it was folded behind you, take the hand down. Probably feel a strong sensation in that right foot. That's okay. Slowly hinge forward so you can bring your right knee forward. Extend that left leg back out. And we're going to rock back. Press that right leg straight. Readjust as you need to if you got a little twisted up on your mat. And we'll go to the other side. So we're going to walk our hands over to the left. Left toes can angle out just a little bit. Left heel a little bit in. Bend into the knee. And if this is plenty for you here with your hands down, squeezing that right thigh, then you can stay here. Remember, hips are shifted back so that my knee is not in front of my toes. I want my hips shifted back, okay? Otherwise, you can take your left hip down to your left heel and angle those right toes up, squeezing the right thigh. If you're up on your toes, that's okay. Just try and balance on your hands. Otherwise, sit back onto the heel and take your hands to heart center. Left tricep is pressing into the left leg. Long spine. If you start to hunch here, it's no bueno. You want your shoulders back, big heart. From here, slowly take the hands down wherever you are. We're going to shift the weight forward onto that right toe.
And you're going to start to pull the right leg in, plant the heel, and then you're going to angle the left heel underneath your pelvis and take the knee down to the ground. So just as you need to. This might feel a little different on this side. So like for me, my toes are a little tighter over here. And then from here, I'm going to take my right forearm into the inner side of my right thigh. I'm going to reach my left arm up. If on the other side you got that half bind with the left leg or left hand, take your thumb, spin it behind you. Top of the hand reaches for the low back. You can stick it into your waistband or reach for that crease between your thigh and your hip. And wrap that left shoulder back and look up wherever you are. Probably should have told you guys a little secret. We're getting into the feet a slight bit as well. This can be quite intense. 2 more breaths. Reach that left arm up. Take it down. Slowly come back onto the left toes. Extend that right leg out and come back to wide leg forward fold. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, slowly walk the hands back towards the front of the mat. Step the left foot up. And then fold here. Inhale here. Exhale, fold. And slowly widen the feet. Enough to be able to do your Yogi Squat, your Malasana. Lower the hips down. Hands on the insides of the knees. Now, from here, you are going to take your hands behind you. Don't let your butt fall yet. And you're going to let your knees fall over to your left. Okay? Now, once your knees are over to your left, you want to create 2 90-degree angles with your knees. So I'm going to move my right heel up a little bit. So I have about a 90-degree angle. My right knee is in line with my right hip. And then my left knee is in line with my left hip. And my ankle's in line with my knee. So I have 2 90-degree angles. From here, I'm gonna get a little twist first. I'm gonna twist all the way over to my left, place my hands on the outside of my left thigh, and I'm just gonna walk them out and twist. So inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist just a little bit. Pull the belly into the spine, maybe gaze over that left shoulder, getting a nice twist here. Inhale, and exhale, slowly come back center. From here, I'm going to have my belly button facing over my left calf. I'm going to walk my hands in front of my shin. This might be plenty for you. Otherwise, if you can go down a little bit further, try and walk your hands out a little bit more. Maybe even bring forearms down on just the outside edge of your shin and let your head bow down. This is kind of like a modified pigeon right here. And slowly walk the hands back up. And then right here, we're gonna have our hands on either side of our left leg. And we're gonna get into our right hip now. So first things first, I like to plant my hands all the way, but I have to keep my chest up. You don't wanna start diving it down. So chest is nice and big. And we're going to first keep the knee planted and try and raise the ankle up. So inhale here, torso stays the same. Exhale, lift the heel. The heel might not even lift, but you wanna energetically try to reach it off the ground using your right bum. Slowly lower, inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale up. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Take a breath. This time we're gonna anchor our ankle, but we're going to lift our right knee. So planting the hands, inhale, lift the knee. Notice how my torso and my left leg are staying the same. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. 2 more, inhale up, exhale down. Last one, inhale up and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Whew. All right, from here, take the hands behind you. We're just gonna rotate to the other side. So we're just going to shift the hips over and rotate. So now my left knee is in line with my left hip. And my right knee's in line with my right hip. And then we have 2 90-degree angles with our legs. From here, I'm gonna take both hands, reach them over to the right side, walk it out a little bit over to the right. Deep inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, twist, pulling belly in, maybe glancing over that right shoulder. And then we'll slowly come back center. From here, my hands can be just in front of my right shin. This might be enough of a stretch for you. If you want a little bit more, walk your hands a little bit more forward. And if you can, take your elbows down just in front of that right shin. And again, our belly button is in line with about the middle of our calf here. In this pose, I'm keeping my feet flexed at all times. I'm not letting them go limp, because flexing our ankle is what keeps the tissue in our knee aligned so that it doesn't start to compensate for any tightness in our hips. Because once our knee starts to compensate, that's when we start getting knee injuries. So that's how we're working on our hips today. Slowly begin to walk the hands up. I'm going to take one hand on either side of my right thigh. And again, you can be on fingertips or palms, whatever's going to help you keep your chest up. And have a slight lean forward, but the chest needs to stay up. We're going to anchor our knee and lift our ankle first. Again, feet are flexed. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Last one we hold. Inhale, lift. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Take a breath. And then we're going to anchor the ankle and lift the left knee. Inhale, knee up. Exhale down. Inhale up, keeping belly button in line with the middle of that calf. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one, keeping the ankle flexed here. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Release. And then from here, go ahead and come back to the other side. We're going to do a little bit deeper of a twist here. So from here, if you can, try to press with your right hand, try to press your right thigh back a little bit further, and then see if you can hug that foot in closer to your bum. You can even grab it and pull it in closer to your bum. So we're getting a really nice stretch through our hip flexor and through our quad right here. If this feels like too much on your knee, leave the foot away from the bum. But if you want it a little more intense, the foot's nice and close. From here, for a little extra balance, if you want to pull the left heel in, you can. Otherwise, you can leave it out. I'm going to reach my left hand out from my hip pretty far, so it's outside my shoulder, and then the right hand's going to reach up and over my head. So now my biceps by my ear. My thumb is facing the direction behind me. I'm going to start walking this left hand back, and I'm going to start twisting, but reaching with my right hand over to the left and pressing my hips forward and my chest up. So I'm getting a really nice stretch here all through my right side body, in through the front of the right hip and the front of the right thigh. Keep using the resistance of your left palm on the floor to twist yourself a little bit more. Reach with that right hand back behind you as much as you can for 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back center. Good. From here, we're just going to rotate our knees back over to the other side. If you need to bring that ankle forward, you can. So we're going to the left here. Left hand on left thigh. See if you can press that left thigh back a little bit further. And if you can get the left heel closer to your bum, do that. If that's too much on your knee or that feels tweaky, anything, keep the foot further away and just have the thigh pushed back. Good. Okay. I'm going to take my right heel and bring it a little bit closer to my pelvis just because that feels more comfortable to me. If you want to leave it out, that's fine. My right hand's reaching back and out behind me, finding some good balance. And then I'm going to reach my left arm up and over, bicep to the ear. And once I feel balanced here, I'm going to start taking my thumb, pressing it back behind me, and then lifting my hips just a little bit, feeling that stretch through my left side body and through my left hip and quad. If you need to adjust your right hand here, maybe walking it further back, you can, and hold. And notice here any difference in sensation. If you squeeze your left glute, you can notice that you're pressing your hip a little more forward. You might get a bit more sensation. And slowly come back center. Walk it forward. And we are just going to extend the legs out in front of us. Shake them out. Boop. All right. We'll sit in a easy pose. So just cross one leg in front of the other. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath. Sigh it out. Take your hands to heart center. Deep breath. Sigh it out. From here, slowly scoot your hips forward. Lay down onto your back. You can let yourself roll on down. We have just one more pose on each side. So first we're going to take our right leg up, and you're going to reach for either the outside of the right ankle and pull your knee down out to your side, or you're going to reach for the outside of the foot and pull the knee down. So this is a half happy baby pose. So again, your right knee is going to the outside of your torso. You're keeping your foot flexed and you're energetically pulling it down. Left knee from here is going to go out to the left. Now, it might only go a couple inches, that's okay. Or you can let it drape all the way open if that is available to you. You can take your left palm on that knee and press it open, or you can take your left arm out and relax. So this is a half happy baby, half supine bound angle. And we're going to slowly switch. So first, help the left knee in, anchor that left foot, release the right foot and slowly take it down. And then from here, reach for the outside of the left ankle, but your arm's on the inside of the leg, or reach for the outside of the left foot
And the left knee drapes open to your left to the outside of your torso. Once you're there, you have a good grip on your foot. Let your right knee, you can scoot your right foot forward a little bit and let your right knee drape out to the right so the sole of the foot comes off the floor. And just let your legs feel heavy moving down towards the floor wherever they are. Right hand can be on your right thigh or out and open to the side. Slowly help the right knee in. Release the left foot. Ground the left foot down. Hug the knees into the chest. Give them a good squeeze. Inhale here. And exhale, slowly release. Coming into our final relaxation here. I'm going to give you guys the option. You can either have feet out long in front of you, or you could even take a supine bound angle, taking the soles of the feet together, knees out wide, and letting the palms face up alongside you. You can stay here for as long as you'd like or as long as you need. And I thank you guys for practicing with me today. Until next time, namaste.